Listen, as a Carolina Panthers fan, I expect them to go out and put the Houston Texans away to get that W. Go out, beat teams that you know you're supposed to beat. You know that the Houston Texans are in a rebuilding situation. Not to mention with the Deshaun Watson saga hanging over their heads like a black cloud. Now, as a football fan, I expect Carolina Panthers to lose due to being a trap game. But it didn't happen. 24-9 is the final score. How and why the Carolina Panthers are 3-0? Well, here's the deal. The Panthers defense did their thing once again. They sacked the rookie quarterback for the Houston Texans, David Mills, 4 times. They hit him a lot. And they didn't get anything going on the ground. They held him to 42 yards rushing. Compared to Carolina Panthers' 117 rushing yards. It could have been more. I'm going to get to that in a second. And they didn't turn the ball over. They only gave up a touchdown in the first half, which that's the first all season so far this early. The Panthers defense looked really good, but they got to clean up in terms of the penalties, because this is what the second or third game in a row where they had more penalties than the opposing team. And what is with the Panthers defensive line encroachment fraction? I mean, 4 times, 2 on Brian Burns, a.k.a. Spider Burns. I'm like, come on, bruh. You got to know where you at. I mean, goodness gracious. Now, they did lose their rookie, J.C. Horn, to a foot injury. I thought it was his knee because he was holding his knee due to a play. It was a non-contact. His leg/knee buckled, and he just went down. But according to ESPN article, it stated otherwise. It was his foot. Okay. Now, as far as the offense is concerned, they got to get some more points on the board when it comes to. They got to score some more points. When it comes to red zone. Otherwise, they're going to face teams that are just as good, if not better, than them, and they're not going to let them have their way. It ain't going to happen. Okay. They look. It was a roller coaster for the offense. They looked good at times and they struggled at times. I did not love the play calling, especially in the first quarter. I mean, the first possession of the game where it was just pass play, 3 and out. You're like, wait, what? And that particular pass play, the third one of the game, very early in the first quarter, I don't know if it was DJ Moore or it was some other Panthers receiver. I mean, I thought it was a pass interference. The fact that the referee was standing right there and did not call it right in front of the Carolina Panthers sideline, it was like, wait, what? And they were angry, and I'm sitting there like, hey, he was hanging all over him like a blanket. You're not gonna call that? Okay. Seems like the referee's trying to make it all about them instead of just calling the game. Okay, whatever. So, hey, they're 1-0 on the road. They're 3-0 overall. And they lose Christian McCaffrey to a hamstring injury. I'm like, oh no. He won't play probably like at least about 2, 3, 4 weeks, give or take. I mean, look what happened with the Texans quarterback, Tyrod Taylor. He suffered a hamstring injury, and he's out 3, 4 games, something like that. So, I don't know. That hopefully they get him back. I'm talking about Christian McCaffrey sooner rather than later. On October 3rd, which is next month, on a Sunday, to go play the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, yeah. That's the game that everybody wants to see. Now we're going to see what the Carolina Panthers are made of. The last time these two teams got together, I'm talking about in Jerry Jones's house, not in Bank of America Stadium, AT&T Stadium. It was 2015. Panther fans, you know what I'm talking about. On Thanksgiving Day, alternative all ice, blue iced out jerseys, making Cowboys Day, let alone their Thanksgiving, rough, and made Cowboys fans sick to their stomach. Literally. So times have changed. We're going to see what the Carolina Panthers are all about. Can they beat the Dallas Cowboys to go 4-0? We will find out. We will find out. Now, in a world of Hollywood, this is the thing that shocked me the most. There's going to be an animated Super Mario Brothers movie coming out next year. I thought it was some sort of, fake news, trolling, but no, it's happening. Chris Pratt is going to be voice acting Mario. I'm like, huh? All I can say is this. I'm good. As long as it's not a live action movie, 1993 movie, I'm good. So, we'll see what's that all about next year. Now, speaking of Super Mario and Nintendo, they had a big day. Oh yeah. They Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis controllers. I think it's $49.99 each. You play on a Nintendo Switch Online. You have the classic games like Super Mario 64 or F-Zero X for the Nintendo 64 wireless controllers. Or for Sega Genesis wireless controller, they had the classic games, like Shinobi 3 and what was it? Sonic the Hedgehog, and along with other classic games. So I forgot when the date, when it's supposed to come out, and not to mention Bayonetta 3 trailer came out, and oh yeah, Sony PlayStation Showcase. It happened this past month. Forspoken looks awesome. Marvel Spider-Man 2 with Miles Morales, a little bit of tag team. They're going to go up against Kraven the Hunter and Venom. Oh, it's on now. It's definitely on. But I need to play Spider-Man Miles Morales, but I'm waiting for the price drop. So I'm not buying the game, $20. I'm going to wait to get to around at least $15 price range. And Marvel's Wolverine. Oh, that's a shocker right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is a shocker. I can't wait. Now, before I go to bed, I got one more thing to talk about. Call of Duty Vanguard beta. I leveled up to the level 24, played 60 matches. I'm going to give you the greatness, stinkiness, and what, which is good, bad, and ugly. Let me get the greatness out the way because I don't want to spend an hour on it. Combat pacing, where it's kind of like a little matchmaking, where you play tactical, which is 6v6. Assault is 12v12, and Blitz is, 24v24 or 32v32. It changes. It's kind of weird. It can be good and bad depending on the situation. The patrol game mode is pretty good. I went from liking it to hating it to back to liking it because how chaotic it is, and you have to be inside the circle while it's moving. It's not moving fast, it's moving like a slow pace. And 10 attachments on a weapon, it sounds cool, but now the stinkiness, punchless weapons, boy, lack of factions. Wow, Sledgehammer Games, are you serious right now? Head glitch problem strikes again in Vanguard. Why I'm not surprised by it. Why? I was going to bring up that solar flare of the sun on Eagle's Nest, but I knew that Sledgehammer Games was going to get that addressed. So I took it off the list. The perks, great. Your opponents for running and gunning. Oh yeah, that's another positive, but it's also a negative. The game encourages you to do run and gun, but you are being punished for doing that. Now, the sounds and the auto, woo boy, they're awful. The inconsistent gunplay. Do I really need to go in how awful it is? And questionable maps, except for the Eagle's Nest, and last but not least, beyond garbage spawn system. Oh yeah, and let me throw in one more thing in invisibility. It's not as bad as, Modern Warfare 2019 beta, but it's right up there. Whew. I can't see myself playing Call of Duty Vanguard for a whole year, much less 6 months. I'll play the free multiplayer access weekend, at least maybe once or twice, and keep it moving. It's nothing more than a Modern Warfare 2019 in World War II settings, with more problems that does more harm than good. Then you throw in the time to kill controversy, which, like I said, punchless weapon. So with that in mind, Various Thoughts video is over. Talk to y'all later. What's your thoughts on tonight's topics? Going to bed.